My name's Lauren Booth and I'm a broadcaster and journalist, and on this, the special occasion of Eid, I'm going to be telling you how I came to revert to Islam. I was brought up in not a religious household, but I always believed in one God, and I would pray most nights. I remember when I was about 7 years old, and I'd say, "Dear God, remember my family," or whatever little girls pray for. Religion didn't figure very largely in my life, but I was a good prayer on my own, for sure. And whenever I was in trouble at college, or whenever I wished for something a great deal, I would pray to God. And I feel in the masjid as well, this sort of energy flowing between people as well. And the other thing I noticed the other day as well in the masjid, which was interesting, was being in the women's section and looking through the little squares and seeing the men downstairs praying. Now, as an outsider going to a mosque, I have thought, the women are being put up here because somehow they're seen as sinful. The women are being put up here because somehow they're part of a harem, because this is what it means in our eyes. Historically, the women were all there as sexual playthings for the men. But what I felt praying with the women there as a Muslim is, it's great not to be around the men. It's great to be in our community. It's great to have our space. It's great to be elevated. They can have the nice space down there. We have our own space. Equal spaces, but separate spaces. I really got that the other day. It felt really relaxing and powerful, and not in the least like being in a harem. A lot of people ask me, what are the changes that have come practically in your life now that you're a Muslim? And I think the change is that once you learn to get into the position of supplication, that your ego descends, and you also realise that you don't worship to get something back. You worship to give something to Allah. So the exchange is actually, you're finding out how to give. So I have found out really how to give to God, and I found out about giving to my children as well. My eldest daughter, Alex, I said to her, "How have you felt since me being a Muslim? Have you noticed anything?" She said, "Oh, you were a great mum before, but now you're a really great mum." So I don't know what that means. I don't think I've become a better cook, that's for sure. But I think the focus is off me. I don't really mind if I don't exist now. I feel absolutely free. I don't feel restricted to being a certain person, or worried excessively about presenting a face to the world. It's weird. I just feel really free. Well, I'm happy to say that for reverts in London, there are lots of nice groups to go to, and I've been asked to several celebrations in halls and gatherings, and that's really nice, because I know that Eid can be a lonely time if you're just finding your faith and maybe your family isn't Muslim. But I knew that I wanted to spend my first Eid obviously with my daughters, but with friends in a family home. So I'm here in West London enjoying a real family Eid with lots of daughters around, and lots of giggling and lots of very fine chapati. I think that the difference with the celebrations in Islam is that there's no need to rush things, to have this kind of there's a heady excitement that we search for in the Western world, or we've been trained to search for, that's both quite fake and quite painful, because you need a kind of level excitement that is constantly like going on a roller coaster. What you get in Islam and with celebrations like Eid is you get a relaxation and a friendship and a depth of calm that is a happiness in itself, and that's how I'm spending my first Eid. Well, my children will ask me about Eid, but as they're both coming to Masjid, it will be better answered by some of the people that we're going to meet tomorrow. And inshallah, my girls will pray with me tomorrow. The youngest one, Holly, prays already because she says she likes it. I will let them choose their own way, because as it says in the Quran, your heart is your own and you must find me, and I found Allah and he found me, and that's the way it has to be. But my daughters are very happy to have a mother who's a Muslim, I believe. So on my first Eid, I'm here with SYEDA and Ali in West London, and I met SYEDA once at Masjid, but we immediately had a connection because amazingly she's from Qom, where I had my immense feeling for Islam. And having eaten her wonderful food, we all feel very relaxed here. In fact, my daughter Alex just said to me, do we have to go home tonight? I don't know what's wrong with my house, but the feeling in a Muslim household at Eid is so welcoming that it's very relaxing, and it is like your home, and so we'll be sleeping here tonight as well. My message today to all of you out there in the Muslim world is thank you for the incredible welcome that you extend to everyone who comes to Islam, because you are the living Quran. You are Allah's example on earth of what can make life great. You are what has drawn me to Allah and my children with me to a better life. Don't keep talking yourselves down. I hear so often people say, please Lauren, don't judge Islam by its people. But I do. You know why? Because I've never had a bad experience yet with any Muslims. I haven't had these rip-offs, these lies, these scary experiences in all my years, in 5 years of travelling the Middle East and meeting Muslims all across the United Kingdom. I've only met joy and love. So you are Allah's best example on earth, and thank you.